Hey, how's it going? My name's Grant. I'm a business English teacher from America, and in this video, I want to share some useful vocab you can use when you're talking about money. For each of these words, I'll give you the definition, some example sentences, and explain some common mistakes that students make when they use this word. At the very end of the video, you will get a chance to practice using these words yourself, so make sure you watch all the way to the end. All right, so the first three words I want to explain, a lot of people make mistakes with. It's the difference between wage, salary, and paycheck. A wage is the amount of money a worker earns, usually per hour. So an example of a wage would be $10 per hour. However, a salary is a fixed total amount of money a person earns per year. An example would be $50,000 a year. The major difference here is that a salary doesn't really change based on how much you work, versus a wage, the more hours you work, the more money you'll make. A paycheck, that is the money a person receives weekly or monthly from their employer. So wage and salary, those are the amounts of money you earn for your work, but a paycheck, that is actually when the company pays you. So when you receive money from your company, that is your paycheck. For example, let's say that you earn $20 per hour. That would be a wage, and you work for 40 hours that week. The company then pays you $800 for your 40 hours of work. That would be a paycheck. Or you earn $60,000 per year. That would be your salary, and maybe your company pays you once a month. So they pay you $5,000 every month. That $5,000 would be your paycheck. All right, this one's another confusing set of words, the difference between finance and economy. So both of these words are about the management of money and wealth. However, the difference is that finance is usually about a specific person, family, or company, but economy is about an entire country, entire region, or entire industry. So that's the major difference here. Here's an example that should illustrate this. COVID-19 really hurt the United States economy. My company is still financially recovering. We should use economy in the first sentence because we're talking about the entire country of the United States. And then use finance in the second sentence because we're talking about my specific company. Next is the word budget. A budget is the amount of money that a person or company has available to spend on something. For example, my company will increase its advertising budget next month. So the company will give more money to advertising so they can spend more on creating their ads. When you use the word budget, you often include the maximum amount of money. For example, I'm looking for a new apartment. My rent budget is $900 per month. So that's the maximum amount of money I am willing to spend on rent. If the apartment's rent is $800 or $850, that's great. But if it's $1,000, I'm not interested. That is over my budget. All right, the next word is profit. And this is simply the money you gain from a sale or an exchange of something. For example, if you sell a shirt for $20, it costs you $8 to make, you have earned a $12 profit. However, there are several types of profit that you should know. What I just illustrated, which would be revenue, minus the cost of goods sold, or COGS, that is called gross profit. However, most companies have a lot more expenses. they have to pay their workers, they have to pay rent for their facility, they have taxes. So net profit would be your gross profit minus all company expenses. So the actual true amount of money a company earns after subtracting everything they have to pay. Sometimes the word income is used instead of profit. So if you see gross income or net income, those are the same as gross and net profit. However, what if profit is negative? In that case, you should use the word loss. Let's look at an example. Let's say that your company earned $100,000 in revenue during the month. The costs of goods was $60,000, and they had to pay another $60,000 in other expenses like taxes, rent, and wages for their workers. So the company earned a gross profit of $40,000, but incurred a net loss of $20,000. And something else to notice here, usually for profit, we use the verb earn, and for loss, we use the verb incur. So they earned a profit, they incurred a loss. All right, now I want you to practice using some of these words. So read this text, and for each blank, choose one of the words from this video. You can pause it, and then when you're ready to see the answers, click play. All right, here are your answers. It is really hard to earn a profit in this bad economy. My company incurred a loss last month. Now they're cutting our research budget and reduced hourly wages. Thankfully, my last paycheck was pretty big, so I'm not worried about my personal finances. I just wish the CEO would reduce his own salary during this difficult time. All right, thank you for watching. I hope these words were helpful for you and you can add them to your vocabulary. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.